This is discharge tube number 1. And rather than using this spectroscope here, which is really almost impossible to line up with my cell phone camera, I'm instead just going to hold these diffraction glasses up and look through diffraction grating to see the spectrum of this tube. I'm going to turn off this light so it's dark in the room. Putting the Okay, so there is the spectrum of this tube. It's starting to flicker a little bit. Ignore the flicker. But look to the right and you see the spectrum. You've got that bright red line, like a light blue line, and a deep violet line. I'm going to show you the same spectrum on the other side. On the other side, it's reversed. So remember, the red wavelengths are the long wavelengths. So you're trying to match this pattern with what is on the chart that you're comparing to. So here, the red, the long wavelengths are on the left. And then on this side, the red wavelengths are on the right. So make sure you get the orientation right and that you're comparing either this or this to the pattern you see on the comparison chart. So that was tube number 1. I'm now going to switch to tube number 2. Here's discharge tube number 2. Okay, here are the diffraction grating. And here is the spectrum, the version with the long wavelengths on the right, the short wavelengths on the left. And here is the other version on the other side with the long wavelengths, the red wavelengths on the left, and the short wavelengths on the right. So for both of these, your job is to determine what was the gas inside the tubes. What's the gas inside the tubes? Tube number 1 and tube number 2, based on those spectra.